Hello. Real quick, I've now been moved to 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. But it's still time for justice. But I will now be airing at 5 p.m. So the episode that just aired last week, as I'm recording this, which is the episode will air today, but this episode that I'm recording now is a week behind. So the episode that aired last week is the first time I was going on at 5, and I wasn't told until it was already published and all that other stuff. But now it is time for justice at 5 p.m. on your drive home. So all I need is 5 minutes of your time. I want to introduce myself to anybody who's new listening to this. My name is Justice Wallace, born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have a lot of opinions, and I am also slow sometimes. And my opinions could, you probably like, what is this guy talking about? But I did the whole introduction before. I didn't record it. I am recording this for WDRB Radio, and I'm recording these videos for YouTube. So these videos go up on YouTube at the same time the actual radio portion plays live. So my YouTube is Justice0070, Justice as it's normally spelled, Justice 0070. But I only have 5 minutes, and I only got three and a half. But today's topic, I wanted to talk about good to great musicians with horrible production. I have a video for sports, and I'll do that next week, because I know somebody else is going to do it. But that's a later topic. So the reason why I brought this up, being as how I work in television, I have to. A lot of these news stations, ABC, CBS, NBC, have pop culture sections of their 7 to 9 to 10 in the morning news, their network news. And one of the artists, they always talk about music. And when I say they always talk about music, they mainly talk about Taylor Swift. But now that there's a couple more artists coming out, like Sabrina Carpenter and Benson Boone, these networks put these people on consistently, trying to let us know that they got music coming out. And so Sabrina Carpenter, her name came up. She had her album just come out, and I was like, I've never sat through. I don't know the name of the last album she just put out was titled Man's Best Friend. And then she just had an album about a year ago that came out with Espresso. There's song Espresso on there. Hold on, let me find it. But I was like, you know what? Let me just listen to it. Short and Sweet. That's the name of the album. Yeah, Short and Sweet. So that came out about a year ago. And I was like, let me just listen to it just to see. And I listened to it, and I'm like, I get the message. I understand the topic, the story. I understand what you're going for. But the production and the beats are horrible. And it's like this throwback mid-80s like pop vibe. And it was like that for 2 albums, at least to me. It felt like that for 2 albums. And I'm just like, no. So then I got into a conversation with my coworkers. I was like, maybe if she had a different production with it, like she seems like the perfect Pharrell artist right now, because she reminds me a lot of Ariana Grande. If Pharrell can get her hands on her, I think her career could really take off, because no disrespect to anybody who I'm saying this, but when you look at the production and who's actually on the production list, they look like a bunch of Joe Americas out there, and they're not really experimental. We need to get artists into different production rooms. So that's where this is coming from. I only got a minute left, so I want to give off some examples of artists with bad production but who are really, really good. Sabrina Carpenter, case in point, I think she should get with Pharrell, Missy Elliott. There was another producer that I had said, but literally anybody but whoever she's been produced by, because I think they've produced the last 2 albums. Kanye with the last 2 Vultures albums were horrible. This is when he went on his whole anti-Semitic whatever. Then he produced his worst products ever. And Kanye is a very, very serious guy when it comes to production. So to see his production quality slip can't happen. Another guy that I really, really like, Dave East, New York's finest, Spanish Harlem. His selection is so horrible, but he can spit fire. Like, he has some great bars. He hits hard, but the beats just stink. So last thing, I got 15 seconds. I went and looked on Reddit, and I saw some names. I saw names like Jadakiss, Nas, Eminem. And the one I can agree with is Eminem. Because we being real, ever since he stopped taking drugs in 2009, 2010, that's where everything kind of fell off as far as production goes. But I am over my 5-minute limit. I want to say thank you for watching. This YouTube video goes up. If you got any comments, please send them of artists that you think struggle with that. But I want to say thank you for watching. I love you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drink you some water. Bye.